No, Kobe came in last year during the mandatory
Okay.
minicamp. I had him the year before in Indy at our rookie minicamp.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
So,
when I had him. Yep.
The point being, even if it's not for today, it's,
Oh yeah, there's no question. I mean, with the specialists, what we're looking for is you're looking for not only to see if somebody's already got it, but if somebody down the road, if something happens to one of your guys, you're trying to get as many guys in here that are your emergency guys during a season, so on and so forth. And that's the biggest thing we look at is we try to see if they can kick, punt, and even hold kind of our toolbox. Everybody has a certain toolbox, every coordinator does, and we got to see if those guys match.
What do you try to emphasize this week to the rest of the guys about teams?
Technique, technique, assignment, execution. When these veterans come back, we owe it to the vets, that these guys are ready.
You have undrafted guys, even a couple late round picks. Do they play special teams in college at the end of their careers?
Some do, but most don't. That's a great question. Most of these guys don't. So you have to kind of restart. And the other thing is every rule for kickoff in college is different than ours. All the kickoff return rules are different. The punt, it's like completely different leagues. Everybody on punt in college can release when the ball's snapped versus in the NFL, the only two guys can be in men on the line of scrimmage that most of us call gunners. So the rules are completely different.
How much time do you spend on those rules this week?
A ton. Coach gives me an early morning meeting with the rookies, and that's what we're going to spend our time on is learning the rules.
Nobody really talks about long snappers much, but your time with Casey Kreider here, what has he meant to that special teams group, and what has it been like for you to work with him?
I'll start with for me to work with. I love working with him because everything you ask him to do, he's going to try to do it. He doesn't take anything personal, which most people, if you try to correct them, they'll try to hold on to something, and he's done every single thing I've asked him. In the room, he's a great leader, and what he does is he goes out on the practice field and performs. He doesn't use his mouth a lot. He just goes and works.
how about a returner? Who are you looking at this year?
Everybody. Right now it's one. In my opinion, it's like that spring training. Every single guy that we got out here, they're right now the rookies, for example. We got to give them a chance to catch up. They haven't caught. You can say they caught as many punts in college as these guys have caught. They haven't caught punts. They've caught 4-0 hang times. Now they're catching 5-2s. So it's not fair to judge or even start to think about it till you get into training camp. That's when the competition's really going to start.
What's so different about that extra second of hang time?
Well, because it's just because the rules are different. So, for example, if you guys were on the punt team in college, when the ball is snapped, every single one of you can take off. So most of the college teams will roll out and punt because they're building time for you to cover. We can't do that. Okay, so the punter has to be the equalizer. He's got to get that ball up in the NFL because it's just the gunners that get to go. Everybody else can't go till the ball's punted. So hope that answers. So you're trying to get hang time versus in college, they're already gone. Now make that guy move with your punter.
So you do that rugby style college? Is that
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you've seen, I've done it here, and when I was in Indy, I've done the rugby too. So there's different ways to control that returner.
You brought sanity to special teams last year, but the punt return was probably one area you looked to improve. You just didn't have the kind of results or any kind of explosiveness. What is the key to that? Other than finding
It's everybody. It's 11 guys, have to get that done, and I'll go kick return too. Return units were terrible last year in terms of our production. It has to be much, much better. We got to block better. We got to finish that last tenth of a second blocking wise. And then the returners got to make plays. The best returners in this league create their own returns. They really do. Once a year, twice a year, there's nobody blocking for them, and they score a touchdown. And you just look how they do it. That's the kind of guys, that we need.
What's McMahon's routine during these OTAs? How much do you like him to kick?
Exactly the same as we do in training camp. We're rolling. The off season's no different. Guys that say, hey, we're going to sit and wait to get better, this, that, the other, and then we're going to peak. There's no peak in the NFL because there's 23 games next year for us. Okay, he's got to be good right away, and you got to sustain it. So the big thing we're trying to do is get him to sustain it, get his leg already ready, and then just sustain all the way through.
So will he kick? Will he kick a little bit during every OTA?
He's going to kick. He'll kick one day, and then Taylor will kick the next day in terms of field goals. And whatever day they're up, they'll also do all their kickoffs. So we'll, just like training camp, you don't want to say blow their leg out, but we're going to work their leg each day. Thanks, fellas.